in Lagos, and here in Ogun State.
Okay.
So I think we should just talk about the estates that we have in Ogun State today, and I'll be maybe throwing light on the new developments there. Like in Metro Park 1, which everybody knows is a fully functional estate. People are living there already. We are still, building houses and, creating that opportunity for people to own homes, especially, for people from the middle class to the upper class who can immediately, key into it, because we have different options that one can actually use to pay for houses or for land or for buildings. Then also in Metro Park 2, which is very close to OGTV 2, is a new estate. So we are doing the infrastructures there, the roads, the drainages, the electricity. Those are coming up now. Same thing as Metro Park 3. Metro Park 3 is behind the new Ogun State Judiciary Complex. After Okemoson. So we are directly behind that Judiciary Complex, the same way we are directly behind OGTV for Metro Park 1. So we're also doing new things there. We started the road construction, and soon, very soon, once the rain subsides a little bit, we are going back there to commence create more roads, bring electricity, the basic infrastructure that an estate needs to function. One of our hallmarks is actually provision of infrastructure, because most of the estates that are developed by maybe communities, you find out that maybe when you get there, there is no what I can call good or functional electricity. Sometimes there are no drainages. We have estates that I don't want to mention their name, that they're even bordering, they're close to us. They don't pay attention to those things. And when you live in the tropics where there is a lot of rainfall in particular season of the year, drainages, they are key, because when it rains, if there is no integrated collecting system for the rain, then we will be having issues of flooding and all that. And we are seeing all those things on TV, but we don't have any issues like that in any of our estates.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So you've spoken about affordable housing now. So I want us to talk about what affordable housing really means, and then bringing it to Metro Park. Do you have a clientele that you're targeted at? Like, who are the people that Metro Park series are for exactly?
Okay. Let me start from the second question. Our target market is usually a strata. It's not like a cluster. It's a kind of strata. It's spread. So we start from people in diaspora, because a lot of Nigerians are abroad and some are falling victim to scam. But because one of the things that is our hallmark is our integrity. If you come to us, we would actually deliver whatever you want. Maybe it's land or house, the type of house you want, how you want it to your taste. We will deliver it. So we also deal with Nigerians, the high net worth individuals, those who can they're into business, they can afford to buy the houses. So that's why these are the reasons why I have different payment plans. Then we have people that are working, because as far as you have an income, you should be able to own something. So for those category, we have the National Housing Fund. So once you are working and you are a contributor to that scheme, we would actually, if we show you the type of houses, because there are different types of houses. So those in diaspora now, most of them will not go for small houses, Then high net worth individuals will go for maybe something in the middle, whereas workers like us would, because what you need is, strong, good houses that we can live in, functional houses. So we can go for that third category. And when we say it's third category, that is the kind of the housing type that you see even all over the place.
Okay.
So when you came, because you have a salary, we will take it to the National Housing Fund. If you can pay a deposit, we will actually hand over the house to you once you agree the terms. So we have such houses. We have two-bedroom semi-detached houses. They are ready now, and we have people that we are talking to, but we have not closed our doors. Anybody can come in. So far, you have an income. Once you agree with because if you are looking for finishes, there are different types of finishes. Some people will pick Nigerian things like tiles and other things that you need to finish the house. But some people say, okay, we want foreign. So depending on their choices, that's how the price will also differ.
Okay. So aside from already made houses, do you also sell like plots of land for individuals who would want to build their own? You know, there are some people that would rather build themselves.
Yes.
Do you also have facilities for them?
We do, and we call it site and services. That means you can come in, you can buy a land and build by yourself. And the only thing is that it's not a random kind of building. If you come, we are going to take your architectural drawing and take it to the relevant authorities who will now approve it, and then you can now build with maybe the supervision of a qualified engineer. We take a lot of we pay a lot of attention to this kind of details, because I don't think from inception we've not had issues with maybe building collapse and all those things that you see on the internet. No. So we pay attention to those little details. We make sure that the approving authority, they approve it. We make sure that from the beginning to the end we supervise it. So yes, people can buy land. You can pay on installments. The same way
for the land.
Yes, you can pay on installment. You can also pay, because we are in business now, so we prefer if you pay us once. It's not better for everybody. But even at that, if you don't have that one-time payment, you can structure the payment for you over a period. Also depending, some people pay in 6 months, some 1 year, some even as 18 months, some depending on your capacity. We have a business that can accommodate everybody. So that's just it.
I mean, let's talk about land documentation now. We also know that land documentation is quite difficult. That's why some people fall victims of fraudulent people. So tell us about Metro Park, how the documentation goes, the approvals needed, because we don't want to be a case whereby you get a house, you start building, and then you're now having problems and saying, oh, this is not allocated, this was not, the right process was not followed. So perhaps you can tell us more about
when
that.
someone buys a plot of land, we would actually issue our receipts and other title documents like contract of sale and a lot of documentation from our end. We also include what we call a deed or restrictive covenant. That deed makes sure that people don't just come into the estate and turn the estate into an anyhow place.
Okay.
Maybe turning it into a place of commerce and all that, you know, because we have commercial areas for those kind of activities. So we have a document that states what each person can do with the plot of land, what they cannot do. Now, so that's one of our key, how do I capture that word now?
The selling point?
Yes.
Okay.
So coming back to your question, let me say that in terms of, do we look at documentation? Okay, by the time you are done paying, because once you have our document, you are safe.
You're safe.
But once you finish payment, we would actually allow you to do a survey.
Okay.
So when you do that survey will now make sure that your name is captured on the survey, not Metro's, with your own name.
Okay.
Just like every other document. We could also assist you to process your certificate of occupancy in your name.
Okay.
So it's not as if the land is having a COO under our name. We assist our clients to process those things under their own individual name. So there is no issue till now, even till tomorrow. We don't have any issue.
So it is safe to say
our integrity is top notch.
Okay.
We don't.
So it is safe to say that for Metro Speed, Metro Park, That's Metro Speed is the group in charge of Metro Park Estates.
That's
okay,
right.
both in Lagos and in Ogun State.
Yes.
Integrity is the keyword.
That's right.
And also you're assuring your target's clientele, the market, that it's a planned and organized estate.
Yes.
With innovation such as electricity, drainages, and security.
That's correct.
So for your market audience that are currently watching, how do they reach you? How do they get across to you? Where is your office? Where, I mean, how do they, if they want to reach out to you?
I'll just zero down to our Ogun State office. We are directly behind Ogun State Television. This digital TV station, just right behind it, that's Metro Park 1. So just come into the estate and say they are looking for Metro Speed office. They'll take you there, or they'll direct you from the gates. And then for our numbers, I'll just drop one.
Okay.
The number is 0813 990 2834.
Can you take it again?
0813 990 2834.
Okay. Just before we leave, Mr. Kingsley, I'd just like to ask, do you have, like, perhaps someone wants to come and check out the land? You go for inspection, tours, and all of that. Like, how frequent can one come? Then also, if you want to buy a house, do you have like a minimum amount to drop? Is it like something you are looking at?
30%, 70%
you drop before the person is able to.
For those that want
and then
to
do you get the
installments.
documents perhaps before you're done paying, or is it after the payment is done?
No, the first thing is if you're, for instance, if you're on an installment payment, each installment you make will give you a receipt.
Okay.
To ensure that everybody is comfortable.
Yes.
But before that, we actually give you an offer letter. The offer letter will state all the conditions. So if we have agreed that you're paying in 6 months, 1 year, 18 months, whatever period we agree with you, that's what is going to be there.
Okay.
And then you will now be left. But as you pay, we'll give you a receipt. Then when you are done paying, we will now give you all the remaining document, including the contract of sale, because as we are giving you that contract of sale, it means that you are fully paid.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kingsley.
Thank you for
Great
having me.
Yes, thank you for joining us in the studio this morning. I'm sure the audience have heard what they need to know about Metro Speed and Metro Park. We'll now take a break, and when we return, it will be time for trending.